Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to share part 2 of Love Yourself and Allow Your Peace, Health, and Relationships Finances to Skyrocket. All of October, we're going through Lawrence Crane's Love Yourself book. Lawrence Crane, C-R-A-N-E. And apparently Rich said that we sold it out on Amazon, but I just checked again. So it looks like they have more in stock, but it's a couple weeks out. So, and the reason I love this book, guys, is it's all the things we've been sharing, but I think it's probably one of the most simple in how they experience God. And what I found is most people would rather debate theology and what about this verse than actually experience the unconditional love and ability and power of God. That's your true nature. And so what I love about it is, even in the book, is you don't have to believe us. You know, religion demands conformity in thinking. You must believe how we believe or else. That's not love. Love never uses fear as a tool to get people to love. In fact, a Western idea is a little weird to me. It would be like me courting my wife and going, "Hey, babe, I love you forever and would love you to love me. But just in case you don't love me and you don't believe the way I believe, I prepared a place to torture you forever." That on its surface should go, that can't be God. Unfortunately, that's what we were told is God, and you must believe that or else. So the whole tool is fear. And I'll do another message on getting rid of the no's and nots in Scripture. Once you do that, you'll realize how beautiful they are. And the Scriptures were never talking about anything wrong with man. They were always talking about the magnificence and the creative ability of man. And all the ideas of what about this verse and why would God ever do this go away? Because he never would do that. Love would never do that. It can't conceive of that. Love is completely approving. And so anyway, it really comes down to this is your true nature is the unlimited power of God, where everything just flows to you. And we've covered it up with all kinds of I can'ts, I am not. God will only bless me if I do this, or he'll take away my blessing if I do this. These people are ungodly. All those are disapproving thoughts, and love has nothing to do with any of that. Love is saying yes to all of it. Love just says, okay, you can use your unlimited power of the Spirit to create that unloving condition, but it would be much easier if you let go of those disapproving feelings and replaced them with approving feelings. And approving feelings are simply love. I love you. I love this situation. I love. And it seems counterintuitive to allow any negative thing to come up, but it's coming up so you can be free from it forever. And it's coming up because it doesn't feel good. It's your body telling you, hey, you picked up a wrong belief that's really only hurting you and adding more energy to the situation, which you don't like. And when you let go of that belief, and in place of it, replace it with conditional approving or unconditional approving feelings, as simply as I love you. I love this situation. It's okay for me to say yes to this negative feeling, allow it to dissolve out of me, and replace it with love. I love you and I love this situation, because love is the unconditional power of God. When something miraculous happens, counterintuitively to most religion that you've been taught, the situation that you were concerned about, that you were worried about, that you were frustrated with, literally dissolves and you stop suffering. Wouldn't it be worth it just for that? So you never suffered. So you never were tormented by the negative emotions that you're rolling around over and over and over, and allow yourself to be free. And as the title suggests, your peace, health, relationships, finance continue to skyrocket, because that's your original design. And so I love it. After only 1 week, people were sharing testimonies, and I'm going to share these with you. There were several, in fact, one really cool one just for me is, I was talking to my sister, a dear friend of mine, been struggling with some things, and could never really get a hold of him. I think he was just beating himself up over and over and over, and had tried to get a hold of him numerous times over the last year and a half. And last night, honestly, I just said, you know what? I just allowed the love to expand my way from me and to my friend. Just said, I love you. Everything's going to be okay. I love you. And this morning, just by applying love to the whole situation, text me back, I'm in such a better place. Thanks for reaching out. I love you forever. So it's very cool. But anyway, This is a pretty cool one, financial. And she shared this on the online fellowship. Mike has been teaching about letting go of negative feelings, and I'm soaking it up. I had an additional encouragement from a money and manifestation coach on Friday because of a large financial need I had. It was large to me. The coach found out I had been holding on to resentment, anger over somebody wronging me over money. Even if you're right, guys, you can be so right you're wrong. Meaning, I'm going to get them. They owe me. I can't believe they did this to me. All that's doing is it's putting disapproval and resistance in your own heart, and it's the opposite of love. She said, you have to let that go because that is blocking your own money. So I let go, and I physically felt lighter and more peaceful. On the following Wednesday, so guys, Friday to Wednesday, just by love. On the following Wednesday, somebody gave me over $4,500 cash. This was not from me selling or doing anything. I didn't work for it. It came from the most unlikely source. I'm so grateful for this teaching from both Mike and my coach. When you let go, all that's left is love. And then our friend Sylvia, she shared this too. It's so great. So first one, she said, and she had many more after 1 week. She's been giving the book out like candy now. I shared the book, Love Yourself, with my friend. She was having a toothache and her lips were swollen. She started to send love to the tooth. I love you. I love this tooth. It's okay. I love you. Could I say yes to this pain? It'll allow it to dissolve out of myself and just say, I love you. Amazingly, the smelling was gone. The tooth stopped hurting and there was no need to have any painkillers. She shared this with the dentist who said, oh, I love this. So number 2, she says on the island, we use rechargeable meters for their electricity. So when it gets low, a beeping sound. And she shared Friday night started beeping. I got annoyed. And she's like, really already? I've spent that much? Now, how many of you guys do that? Oh, the price of groceries, the price of this, my taxes are so high. Those are all disapproving. It's literally stopping the unconditional flow of God. So she caught herself. She says, I caught myself quickly. And I said, you know what? I love this. It's okay for me to let go of this negative feeling. I'm going to send love to this meter. And I allowed myself to feel the annoyance more and more. She allowed the annoyance to it's okay for me to feel the annoyance and let it go because it'll dissolve. You just go, I say yes to this annoyance. It's okay for me to experience this a minute. And you literally just let yourself feel it. Just say, it's most of us do this. I don't want to feel it. It feels horrible. And if you're charismatic, you start rebuking the devil and yelling and start getting into war. War is never a warfare. I know you spiritual warriors, but just look at your face. Are you happy? So just try this. Then if it doesn't work, you can go back to casting demons out of people. It works, guys. Could you just love yourself? So the next morning, someone sent me money specifically for recharging my electricity meter. With a big smile I had on my face. Simply amazing. So that's how simple it is, guys. So I'm going to read to you. Those are just a couple. Another one my friend Marcus shared. He said they had some dear friends and they had been wronged, and he said because the guilt held by the friends, their friendship was hurting, and so he had shared that all he did was simply start going, you know what, I love you. I must see myself love coming from me and extend to them. I love you. Instead of feeling wronged, I let those wrong feelings go and just it's okay for me to feel this wrong feeling a minute. I just say yes to it. And when you do, it simply dissolves out of you. Then could you add love to it? I love you. And I love this situation. And I love these people. And you literally allow that love to come out of you and onto them. And he said, miraculously, where they wouldn't even talk, they tried to avoid Marcus and his wife. They invited them over, huge hugs. It solves the problems, guys. It's really fascinating. So would you rather hold on to being wronged, which really doesn't help anybody? Let those feelings be. Just go, yes, I allow those feelings to be there. They'll dissolve out of you. And all that's left is the pure unconditional love of God, guys. Not only will it heal the situation and bring a win-win to both you and the person who wronged you, it restores the relationships. It's really fascinating. So anyway, I just want to share with you out of this, love yourself, and actually go through an example here at the end. So like I said, we're going to go through this every week. So your true nature is unlimited, guys. It's the unlimited presence of God. Does God struggle for anything, or is God God? And what we've done is, over the years, life is hard. I can't do this. Like I said, God wronged me, or God won't bless me if you do this. These people are ungodly. The problem with our country is this. No, that's holding on to the problems. That's disapproval, guys. It only gets you more of what you don't want. Sounds good, feels good, doesn't work. So would it be worth letting go of that so you yourself don't suffer and start to experience the unconditional love, peace, and effortlessness of God? I think it is, guys. It brings harmony to your life. You stop suffering, and your life begins to work. So on page 26, he says this: you've taken your infinite beingness. It's another way to say the spirit within you, the presence of God, your infinite joy, and you covered it over with thoughts of limitation. These negative thoughts smother the infinite self that you are. You smother your capacity to enjoy. All you need to do is quiet those thoughts, rid yourself of those thoughts, and what's left over is the infinite glorious being that you are, absolutely perfect, can never change. See, guys, you were born in perfection. You were born unlimited. God would never make it hard. Just as parents, if you're a loving parent, wouldn't make it hard for your kids to enjoy your blessings, why would God make it hard to enjoy our blessings? See, we've picked up all these no's and nots and warring from wrong translations in the 4th century. I promise you. Promise you. So he says this, practicing love, you affect every atom in the universe. And guess what? Practicing disapproval, I don't like this, I don't like that person, this person's wrong me, this group is right, our religion's right, your religion's wrong, also affects every atom in the universe, and it reflects back to you as your negative experience. So it says, practicing love, you affect every atom in the universe. You affect every person, whether they realize it or not, because you're invoking the power that's the most powerful. It's loving every person into a perfect being. And here's what's cool, guys. Love is the answer to all problems. Whatever the problem is, if you apply love to the fullest extent possible, the problem will drop immediately. Just don't get aggravated. Just know that everything's fine. Everything is all right. Just feel love and you'll see the problem resolve, no matter how difficult the problem is. When there are problems, if you would love more, they'll disappear. When love is complete, every problem dissolves immediately. The power and effect of love is obvious. Just try it, apply it. You'll like it. It's a very powerful thing, this thing called love. Only by loving does love come to us. Therefore, the more we love, the more love comes to us. All right. Now, how do we actually do this? This is why I love in the back. It's the power of yes. So it says, this is page 91. Have you ever been frustrated, irritated, annoyed, or have some negative feeling take over you? It could be grief. It could be fear. It could be anything that doesn't feel good, guys. During the day, if you get swept up by any of these feelings, it may seem difficult to be positive. But as soon as you notice the negativity, recognize you've been saying no to what you're feeling. Like I said, we don't like it. Why is this happening to me? I can't believe this. All those feelings are not good, guys. Saying no does not get you positive, does it? No is like, I don't like this. Why is this happening to me? That's saying no versus I allow myself to feel this way, because that feeling is coming up to realize that I've taken on a wrong belief about myself or God. And when I let that belief go, all that I experience is the peace of God again. As soon as you notice the negativity, recognize you've been saying no to what you're feeling. You don't like what's going on, so you've been saying no to it. Saying no does not get you positive, does it? If you say no, does it ever get you yes? It doesn't. That's why this book, at the end of the day, I'm a pretty simple man, and I love how simple it is. Instead, decide to be positive by saying yes to whatever you're feeling. Say yes and keep saying yes. Could you say yes to this feeling? I just say yes to this suffering. I say yes to this fear. I say yes to this worry. I say yes to this grief, whatever it is. Soon that feeling leaves and you let go of any disapproval may have and give yourself approval. Meaning this, once you let go and you start to feel a little more neutral, it'll happen very quickly, guys. Let's go, could I give myself some approval? I just love myself. And I'm going to love myself some more. And I'm going to love myself some more. And I'm going to love that person some more. And I'm going to love this situation for more. And I'm going to love this situation a little bit more. Guys, it's amazing. It says you'll feel lighter and happier. Use the power of yes. There's no reason to have stress or frustration in your life. It's just a decision. By deciding to be positive, you move in the direction of happiness, abundance, health, and peace. Try it. You'll like it. The next section gives you practice with the power of yes. So I'm just going to do, I'll just do the first one, which is frustration, which that kind of sums up almost everything. If we get a health diagnosis, we feel frustrated, we say no to that. We don't want that. Maybe or financial or emotional or anything. You don't have to suffer, guys. You're confusing the infinite presence of God with your thoughts and feelings, which are not really you. It's you're the one who's experiencing those thoughts and feelings. The true you, the perfection of God, has never suffered 2 seconds. And it's approval and allowing of everything. It's loving of everything. It's unconditional. So it says, have you ever experienced frustration in your life? Maybe you're frustrated right now about something that has not been working. But the question is, how does being frustrated help you solve what's going on? It doesn't, does it? Then why continue? Would you like to have a simple exercise you can use to eliminate your frustration quickly and easily on the spot? I hope so, guys. And he says, yes. Just say yes. Okay, so think of something that frustrates you. Like I said, it could be how you're feeling. It could be your spouse. It could be the government. It could be the wrong religion. Could be anything. Now, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most frustrated, and I being the least, and 1 being the least frustrated, where are you right now? Just be honest. Go, hey, I'm an 8. I'm a 5. Whatever. Can you see that by saying no, you don't want to experience this? You don't like the frustration. You've been saying no to it. You're actually collecting it. I can show you a way to get rid of this frustration if you're willing to do something different. Are you willing to do something different? No, some are. Some aren't. This Freedom Ministries is probably not the place for you if you want to argue about God and your angry God and hold on to it. I'm much more interested in you experiencing God. There's plenty of other places you can go to find an angry God. So now, can you say yes to the frustration so that you can get rid of it? See, by not resisting it, just go, I'm going to allow that frustration to be there. I just say yes to this frustration. And you just feel it, guys. And just say yes to it. And you can play with it. You can say yes verbally out loud or yes in your mind. I just say yes to this. And I just say yes to this. Instead of pushing it away, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to say yes to it. And could you say yes some more? When you go through the book, that's what he's talking about. So can you say yes to the frustration? Yes to the frustration some more? And how about some more? And even more? And can you say yes to it again? And say yes to it again? And can you say yes to the frustration even more? And even more? If you do it, guys, just say yes. I allow this frustration to be there. I say yes. I allow this grief to be there. I say yes to this. Instead of pushing it away, I'm going to say yes to it. Because I'd rather be free from it than continue to do the same thing over and over and not be free. Now take a check on the scale from 1 to 10. Where are you now with regard to the frustration? You will feel better if you're not grumbling about it. Just say, I'm going to say yes to it and try it. Guys, try it for like 2 minutes. Doesn't take long. And if you don't start feeling better, go back to your angry God. You can always go back to what's not working. Now that your frustration is lower on the scale, you have an indication that you're headed in the right direction. Saying yes to the frustration allows you to get rid of it. Saying no only collects more frustration. So now, instead of pushing it down, can you just invite it up? Can you just say yes to the remaining frustration and just let it come up? And you just check yourself again. Is there a little more frustration there? It'll be less, guys. And if there is, just say, yes to this frustration. I'm going to invite this frustration to be there. You know, in Rhonda Burns' book, people call it welcoming. Whatever verbiage works for you or imagery works for you. Yes is just, no is like I tense up and I don't want it. Yes is I welcome you, I love you. I'm just going to say yes to this situation. I'm going to say yes to this feeling. Because what happens, guys, it's a natural release mechanism of how divinely designed we are. I think that's what Scripture is talking about, how beautiful and magnificent man is with the power of God. In fact, I was laying in bed just thinking about this, how complex humanity is. You know, they estimate that we have 11 billion miles of DNA. Even 1 billion is miraculous. Think about one cell. Through an act of intimacy and love, the seed is impregnates your mother, the garden, and you're cast out of the garden. The day of new beginnings. 8 is a fence now. There's 2 houses. You're cast out of your mother. It's a new life, new beginning. And even if it was 1 billion, it's miraculous. Now think about something like this: is you can take food. Think how complex it is, guys. If you eat something acidic, maybe like hot sauce, with that your esophagus and your stomach and your small intestine, your large intestine literally knows how to, all by itself, break all that food down, turn it into energy into your body, and expel the things in ways that you don't need. Do you know how complex that is? See, I can't even go there anymore. Like when you see a little baby, just picture, go Google picture of a newborn baby. I can't even look at that and go, because of a naked lady and a snake, God condemned them forever. That's silly. That's not what it's talking about. I guarantee you. It's talking about the magnificence of man. How can you look at a baby and go, you're a sinner? Maybe you could let go of that negative feeling about people. Telling somebody they're a sinner or ungodly is disapproval, period. And the only person that's going to affect you and give you more disapproval. So now, instead of pushing it down, can you just invite it up? Continue repeating this exercise on the frustration until you're 0 on the scale with regard to frustration. Sorry, I love his sarcasm and humor, because I can picture it perfectly how he's saying it. It's like, use your head, people. If you were bitten by a poisonous snake, would you want to remove all the poison or just some of it? But we're not allowed to think anymore. We're taught you must fear this God. So of course you want to get rid of all the poison, not just some of it. Holding on to frustration gets you in the way of accomplishing anything, including loving yourself. If you have frustration about a person or situation, guess who gets to feel it and carry it around? You do. So the smart thing is to bring up all your frustration, allow it to leave so you can be happier, healthier, wealthier, and have better relationships. And then there's a testimony right after that says, so really it's this simple. Allow any negative feeling, just say yes to the feeling. Could I allow myself to feel this negative feeling so it dissolves? I just say yes to this feeling. I say yes to this suffering. I say yes to this fear. I say yes to this worry. I say yes to this diagnosis. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I say yes to the feeling. It'll completely dissolve out of you. And now could you add approval? So it's getting rid of disapproval, unloving feelings, and adding approval, loving feelings. And could I love myself? And just say, I love you, to yourself or to the other person or the situation. I love you. I love this situation. So as I practice saying yes, 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 I love you, silently over and over to a coworker who had been bothering me. Several times when thoughts of punching his lights out came up, I dropped disapproval of him and I went back to saying yes and I love you. When I returned to work on Tuesday, he and I exchanged polite morning greetings without a hint of ill will. Since then, nothing even bothers me with them. Isn't that better, guys? So here's what's cool. When you allow any negative feelings, to say yes to those instead of pushing them away, fighting them, rebuking them, trying to find another verse. Let me just say yes to this negative feeling. The reason it doesn't feel good because it wants to leave my body anyway. So I just say yes to it. And then could you just simply love the situation? I love this situation. Could you say simply, I love me. I love you. I love you. And he says, could you do it even some more? I love you. Guys, you'll feel better instantly. And the cool part, the very thing that was worrying you, the problem, the situation, the grief dissolves, and you experience your true nature, which is unconditional love. And then everything that was what struggle becomes easy. And what's really cool is how fast these testimonies are within a week, guys. When you let go of disapproving feelings and replace it with I love you feelings, your health, your finances, your peace, your joy, everything starts to work. That's how we're originally designed to live. So God bless you guys. Hope that helps.